So I'm gonna start with a bit of a very personal story to myself, and then I'm going to tell you what have we done about it and what are we going to do in the future. So Imprint movement, or Haraket Bassma, this is where we started. So on the 2nd of June 2012, after we heard the verdict of Mubarak, me and a couple of other friends went down to protest on Tahrir Square. And my friend was a journalist, and she just wanted to see the reaction of the people and everything. So on this day, we started being surrounded by men, all of us. We started to be sort of separated from each other, and this assault ended by the rape of my friend. Honestly, it broke my heart, and it became one of my worst nightmares ever. And it was visualizing, and I could never forget it. After being 2 days of being furious and angry, not knowing what to do, I wrote a blog post, and I called it "I Felt Evil." And the reason I called it "I Felt Evil" is because we were assaulted by 50 men, and anyone who tried to defend us were beaten up. So this got a lot of media attention, and I found out that we were not the only one who got assaulted on that day. And I realized how important it is to speak up, because silence hides the violence. We spoke to people about different reasons of sexual harassment, and we found that it was 3 reasons: the lack of education, the media that always portrays women as sex objects, and of course the lack of security, the government that never stands on the side of its women. Me and a couple of 2 friends, Hassan and Abdel Fattah, who became my heroes at that time, we said that we want to do something. And after months of thinking and researching, it was already Eid. And Eid is one of the highest peaks of sexual harassment in Egypt. So we didn't know what to do. But we didn't know that we didn't want any other women to feel like that again. So we went out to the subway, and we started to do security patrol. We told a couple of friends, and we were 6 people. We were 6 people and 1 officer. 1 officer who believed in what we wanted to do. So he sat down with us and helped us make any arrests. By the 3rd day, we were 45 people and 12 officers. We stopped 20 plus sexual harassment incidents, helped 2 women file 2 reports, and stopped 2 theft incidents. So we started reflecting and started doing more recruitment, started talking to more people, and then by the time it was Eid al-Adha again, so again, oh my God, it's again sexual harassment peak. So we went down to Talat Harbi Square and Talat Harbi Street with another movement called ضد التحرش, or against sexual harassment. But this time we were 137 volunteers, and we stopped 40 plus sexual harassment incidents, had 2 women filed 2 reports, and we had a car with 6 officers helping us make arrests. We also talked to women. We had a booth inside the square. We talked to women about the importance of them speaking out with men, of how important it is to stand next to women. Because after we spoke a lot and we saw all of this, sexual harassment is not a sexual frustration issue. It's about the power thrive. And I quote, "Sexual harassment is not a woman's issue, it is a man's issue." We did an awareness campaign after that in the metro in collaboration with the UN Women under a program called Safe Cities. We distributed 8,000 flyers. We spoke to about 8,000 people, 15 minutes each, about the importance of them standing against sexual harassment and for them to understand the implications of their silence. After that, we did another awareness campaign in Cairo University, and we spoke to 2,000 people. Again, we just talked to them about this. And the result of the 2 campaigns is the training of 50 volunteers on how to facilitate a dialogue on women and sexual harassment, and how to refute all of those misconceptions on women. Then, our future plan, because I believe that we must have a plan for the future. And Imprint or Bassma is developing every day in a beautiful thing, and I'm falling in love with it every day. I'm falling in love with my team, and it's absolutely great. And through this diversity, we came up with those 6 projects. It's doing an awareness campaign in public transportation, training seminars to the police, awareness campaign in universities, elementary schools, and self-defense classes, and developing our local volunteer community. All of this is to cultivate environment and a society that respects women and ensure their safety in public space, and of course decrease the gender gap. This is our team, and I believe as human beings we were given the greatest gifts, which is free will. We have the freedom to choose as we please, and I want to see that regardless of gender, we will have that choice. We can make things happen. We can change the world, and we have seen this all through amends. We as the people should not wait for our governments to do things for us. We can make things happen, because we may be ordinary, but we are capable of extraordinary things. Thank you.